Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I have a tag that I'm creating for you using my Scrapbooking Store January 2025 subscription kit. So I have the Simple Stories Winter Wonder collection here, and I'm using those chipboard frames. I'm actually cutting this little polar bear out of one of those frames with an X-Acto knife. I just wanted something a little bit more sturdy and stable for the focal point of my tag, and so that's why I chose to use this chipboard polar bear instead of the sticker one that is available in this kit. I also really loved this pink gingham paper, so I'm using that for the backer of my tag. It's something that has a nice pattern to it, but also isn't going to compete for the star of the show that I want this polar bear to be. And so that's why I chose a simple background for my tag. Now, this tag is one of Tim Holtz's distress tags. I believe it is a size number 8. And as you saw there, I just glued down my tag to the paper and then cut around the tag, and it's very simple. I also am using a little bit of Distress Oxide and spun sugar, and then also Kitsch Flamingo to add just a little bit more depth to the top right hand corner and bottom left hand corner. And then I'm going to get a similar color of Distress Mica Stain. This is in the color Winterberry, and I'm going to kind of flick that over the background in a diagonal fashion. So from bottom left to top right, and I will heat set that and make sure it's nice and dry. This is going to give me a nice kind of metallic finish with a little bit of color as well. I'll add a couple more drops to make it not look so even. And then I had this snowflake stencil in my stash that I definitely wanted to use. I have this modeling paste that I'm going to smush through it. And then I'm going to come in with my Distress Clear Rock Candy Glitter. I only use this glitter basically in the winter months. And so since we have snowflakes, I might as well use it. But I do have this little catch-all to make sure that I don't get glitter everywhere, because who wants glitter all over their desk and room? So now I am turning to work on the focal point. So I have that little polar bear that I X-Acto knifed out of the chipboard frame. And I also have some fabric that was in my stash that has some little diamond kind of clear, I don't know. It looks like snow or ice to me. It has these little flecks of diamondy snow stuff, we're just gonna call it. But I did get it at Walmart last year or the year before, and I've just had a little stash on hand. So I come to the stickers now because I want just a little bit more in this cluster. It looked a little bit too empty, and I loved these florals. So I had a little bit of sticker hanging off my tag, and since it was hanging off my tag, I came in with some powder on the back side, and that's going to make it not sticky and just feel like regular paper. So use my Fabri-Tac glue, put that polar bear down onto my little fabric cluster that I have right there. And then I am kind of looking at what saying I want. I want one of these little phrases, and I keep going back and forth. I can't get the right one. So I decided to put a tab on here instead for right now, because, you know, if you can't figure it out, just pivot for a little bit and come back to it. And so I put this tag, the tab, because it has all the right colors with the scarf of the polar bear. And then I decide on this snuggle little phrase, but I do decide to change that in the end. So just know that I'm going to change it a little bit later. So I come in with my crocodile. I'm going to put a little eyelet in there. I had a nice white one that matched perfectly. And then I have this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to dye it with my Distress Oxides. So first I come in with cracked pistachio. I add a little bit of water to see how it's going to blend out with that ribbon. And ultimately it just seemed a little bit too green. So I'll add a little bit of evergreen bow to the ribbon as well. This is another Distress Oxide color, and I will heat set it and make sure that it is nice and dry before adding it to my tag. So that's when I decided right there that it was a little bit too green. I come in with that evergreen bow, and make sure to spray it down and mix that color around together with my hands. Yes, your hands will get a little bit dirty, but don't worry. You could also wear gloves if you wanted to. And heat set it, and I will tie that on to my tag. So after this, I decide that I am not loving this little sparkle saying, and so I come in with a hot cocoa and happiness. I really like this one. I end up putting it down in the left-hand corner of my cluster. I just wanted it all together. But since it's hanging off the edge of my polar bear, I am going to prop it up a little bit with some foam tape. So I'm going to slit some foam tape with my scissors, just make it nice and thin, and put it underneath that little saying sticker right there. So now I'm going to come in with a product I haven't used in a really long time. This is Nuvo Drops, or Nuvo Dream Drops. It kind of has this iridescent kind of look, and this color that I used is called Dragon Scales, and so I'm going to use that in a couple places around this cluster. And to finish it off, I did decide to add a little hot cocoa cup to go along with my saying. And then guys, this tag will be done. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I'll try to link everything I use down below, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.